Okay, so it might be about topic that we felt would be of interest to us. So today we want to um, have a conversation about welding. Welding, we don't know, we talk about different trades. We talk about different trades and industry in the built environment, carpentry, furniture making, and all of that. Talk about different trades. So, but today we want to talk about welding. And if you are curious, for those of you who are curious, this will be for you. If you are curious about welding, what welding is all about, and all of that, this will be a very, because we have somebody on ground with you to answer our questions on basic things we need to know about welding, things that are very, very important about welding. And yes, if you are curious about welding and you want to like explore the welding world and you have a bit of questions to ask someone who is an expert in it, this is an opportunity for you. That's the essence of this webinar. So before I start asking my questions directly, I'm not going to waste time. Before asking my questions, I'll just go straight to. So if you have any question you want to ask instructor on welding, you can just keep it or drop it, and you'll be willing to like answer them. So I will, before I call on him, I will just briefly introduce him to you guys. Yeah, which is the fact that he's Oludari Oseni. Unfortunately, we attend the same high school together. Yes, many years back, and fortunately we met again and we are doing things together. So he is the CEO of Oludare God's Glory Technical Works. It's located in Oguduye in Lagos, and he has over 16 years of experience in the construction and metal fabrication industry. Metal fabrication is welding. It's another word for welding, as you guys will agree with me. And he's very seasoned steel construction specialist, widely known for his craftsmanship, precision, and mentorship. He has successfully trained and graduated more than 4 apprentices, with 3 currently learning under his guidance at the workshop. He has over the years, he has worked with a lot of companies, including More Advice, Maloney Home Company, DO2 Designs, and several other projects. So he's going to be our instructor for our soon to launch on-site welding course, which we are definitely going to have an online version of it, but we are starting on-site first. So I'll be asking him a couple of questions, and if you have any question too, you can also feel free to like ask him if you want to understand what welding is all about. I hope I don't have anybody hanging on the call. All right, so let me just go straight to my questions. Mr. Oseni, hope you are ready for me.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Gbe. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go straight to the point and let me start asking my questions. Okay, so my first question is to have a bit of your background. How do you start this welding journey? How did you start? What inspired you? Why welding? Why didn't you go and do carpentry? Why did you go and do plumbing? You get, why did you go and do electrical works? Why welding? Tell us, why do you choose welding? What inspired you? So let's know.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Once again, my name is Damilare Hosseini. You know, I started this wedding journey about 19, and by the grace of God, next year I'm going to be 20 years in this field.
Oh, awesome.
So,
awesome.
I started here in Lagos. I started as an apprentice. I learned it. I went to learn the job, the skill. You know, we are in a workshop and we have a boss that, you know, teaches us in workshop, took us to a site, you know, this kind of learning skills. Yeah? So that's where I started it. And, you know, before I engage in it, I have determination. Because the truth of the matter is that welding work is a kind of work that require physical strength. It's a kind of work that requires physical strength. So, you know, if you are not determined and focused, that alone can discourage you. Yeah. So I don't just, you know, I just because I focused that I want to learn a work, I prayed about it, as a Christian. So, and I I look at my boss that he was doing well, you know, and he achieved a lot in the field. So those are the things that encourage me and motivate me with my determination and focus. So to learn, then patience. There are people that we started together, but they cannot have patience. They left. But I thank God that I choose to be a welder today. So I thank God that I choose to be a welder today. I just like, I like, construction. I like a lot of things that they use metal to form. So those are that's why, I put my focus and I show interesting in learning welding work. I think I've answered your question.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, but at the time that you started learning it, were there other things, other options of things that you can learn that you were looking at, or it was only welding that was available at that point? Were there other things that you were considering that, okay, should I go for maybe this one or this one, or welding was like the most, you were clear that it is welding, you didn't have any other doubt that maybe you should try any other skill
Like
at the time?
like I said, once you are focused and you determine that this is what you won't allow anything to shift away your focus. So I have already determined from day one that is I'm going for a wedding. I travel all the way from Ibadan, like you said, that we enter the same that we attended the same high school. So
Yeah.
once so I came from Ibadan to Lagos to learn. So I determined that this is what I wanted to do, and I must remain focused. Excuse me. And I must remain
Hope you guys can hear him. His voice is breaking from my own end. I hope it's not my network.
so the option.
It's
So that
breaking.
is where I no.
It's,
So I've already determined what I want. I traveled the way from Ibadan to Lagos, so I don't doubt and I don't shift you know, my plan. So that's it.
You were really determined. You were really, really determined. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me move to the next question. So, what are the different types of welding? What are the different types of welding that we know today, and which one is most suitable for beginners? If someone wants to start learning welding, which type of welding should they start with? Or are there different types of welding, or just give us a bit of introduction or to different types of welding that we have, and which one is
Okay.
okay for a starter?
Okay. We have different kind of wedding. We have one called MIG wedding, MIG, MIG wedding.
Okay,
Those one they use this wire and gas to
okay,
to to perform wedding. For example, if you
wire
have
and gas.
yes, if you have experienced those people who do panel beatings, they
Okay.
have a way of wedding panels of motors.
Mm.
They use gas and wire to perform some wedding. So those are the people that are categorized under that. We have TIG wedding, TIG. So they are the one that use non-consumable electrode and gas. So non-consumable electrode
And gas.
and
Just wire
gas.
and gas. The first one.
Yes. So they use it. We call some of them burners. They use gas and wedding. There's a thing they call tongue. So they use it to burn a high high quality metal. So they can
Okay.
burn it. They can, no matter how thick, with gas and equipment. I cannot say much on that because that is not my line. actually.
Okay.
But the third
Okay.
one is stick arc welding. That's the category of kind of welding I belong to. Stick
Oh,
arc
okay.
welding. Stick
Okay.
arc welding. That is a category of welder I belong to. We use
Okay.
electrode. We use a consumable electrode. Our electrode, we use it to melt metals, and as we are using
Okay.
it, is consuming gradually by gradually. You understand? So that's why
Yeah.
we have pack. When we are doing some certain welding, we can use one packet of electrode, and so consumable electrode to melt metal. So that's
Yeah.
the kind of category I fall into. And another one is floss core arc welding. Those are the
Okay.
ones that are similar to that first one that I talk about, which is MIG welding. But their own, they can keep welding. They use gas and wire as well, but they can keep welding for a days non-stop. They can keep. Our own we skip after we use one electrode finish. We wait and use another one. But this kind
Yeah.
of welding, they can be welding for hours.
Mm.
They are the one inside ship. When they want to weld something like that. I can't say much on that, but those are the
Okay.
type of
Okay.
welding we have. But the one that is suitable for the beginner is this kind of my own, very simple and easy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is stick arc welding. So it's suitable for
Okay.
any beginner so to engage in.
Okay. Okay. So this various type of wedding that we have, do we have people doing that in Nigeria? All those different types, apart from the one that you do, do you have people that are doing the other ones too that you mentioned?
Yes, we have them. Like I told you, panel beaters. You will have them around. Those that panel beat when our car gets batched, or bent or tear, they will have the way of welding it and smoothing it, without using electrode that we are using. They use gas and
Using
wire. You understand? You
yeah,
can see them around. And we have
yeah,
some burner. When you go to Owode or Orili or wherever, they can burn, a thick of iron. They can create a hole on it.
yeah,
Electro cannot do that sometimes. Electro
mm,
cannot burn some hole into the kind of a big metal, you know. So we have them around, and when you go to some construction companies, you will see them. They have all this kind of weather there, even in Nigeria.
all right, great. Okay, so it's the electrode one that is like the more popular one that you guys do.
Yes.
Because I've heard about the electrode. I've worked with electrode and all of that very, very well when it comes to welding. Okay, so what basic tool that you think that a beginner needs, the basic thing that people need, somebody want to start, maybe somebody will start like welding things on their own, making some simple welding or doing some simple fabrication on their own. What are the basic tools do you think that they will need to start with?
Yes. 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 Actually, like we used to say that safety first in everything that we are doing.
Wow, okay. Wow.
Are you with me?
Yes, 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 yes.
So some tools that we need, uh, as to engage safety in this wedding work, we have uh, we have we have to have safety boots. Are you
Okay.
getting me? When you're in
Yes, yes.
workshop, you have to have safety boots. You have to have your eyeglasses. There is a
Okay.
wedding eyeglasses that you have to put on.
Yes.
And you have to have ear protector. There's something called ear protector because wedding workshop normally is noisy. It used to be noisy, and you have
Yeah.
to protect your ear so that it won't affect your ear later in the future. And
Yeah.
you can actually have glove and other thing you need to know. But if you are at the site, you need to have helmet that you put on your head. Are you getting that? That is
Yeah.
for safety. That is for
Safety
safety.
tools.
But further tools that you need to have welding machine, cutting machine, You need to have subframe. Subframe, you can use that one to cut manually. Cutting machine, you use that one to cut, mechanically or whatever.
Mechanically, okay.
So then you need to have your tape rule, we call it, or you can call it a measurement tape or
Yeah,
whatever.
tape, yeah.
Those are the basic things you.
Basic
If
thing,
you are,
yeah.
if you have them, you are good to go.
Okay, so that's your safety tools and welding and your cutting machine. Welding
Yes, sir.
machine, your cutting machine, and all the safety kits. And those safety kits
Yeah.
are very, very important because of the nature of what one is doing. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
how can someone learn welding at home? Can someone learn it at home with minimal equipment, or somebody needs to do a formal training, or how can somebody learn it? What are the different ways you can learn this skill?
Actually, there is what we call, when you are learning, there's what we call theory and there's what we call practical. So
Yeah.
it depends on the level you want to reach on the
Yes.
wedding kit. Okay, so if you want to stop on only theory, you can learn at home. But if you want to be professional and you want to be perfect, you want to add experience, you need to come to workshop. You need to be real. You want to make it real process.
Okay. All right. So for someone that is starting, for someone that is just starting, what
Yeah,
are the likely mistakes that one? Can you hear me?
I'm with you.
Okay. Then for someone that is starting to learn, what are the likely mistakes they are likely to make, and that they, as a beginner, because they are just fresh? Or if I will even ask you, let me say it in a better way, that when you started learning, what are the mistakes that you made when you started learning, that you feel that, oh, you will tell somebody to avoid it if they are now learning today in this age, that you made as a learner, as a beginner? What are the mistakes that you made that you want to advise somebody that is learning to avoid?
Okay. And like I said, that if you want to learn, particularly this kind of wedding job, you must be focused. And that's, there was a time I want to lose focus. And the reason why I want to lose focus is because I don't want to leave my parents. You understand?
Yeah.
I came all the way from Ibadan, so I still want to be doing mommy and daddy again. I still looking. I still want them to be giving me a bar like somebody, you know. So I still want to be eating free a bar. I have. So, so now, so what the mistake that many of them was that they are not focused. When you are
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
focused, you will not be serious. Any little
Yeah.
thing can discourage you and shift your
Distract you.
attention.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
So if you want to learn a wedding work or any kind of work, number one
Yeah.
thing is focus and determination.
Yeah.
Once you have that one, not before you will fall out, it will be hard. I
Yeah.
get what I'm saying. Then
Yeah.
another one, the mistake that many of our young boys did now that make them not to, concentrate and learn this kind of job is impatience.
Yeah.
Impatience.
Yeah.
You can't just start to become a boss one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to learn. You have to be focused so that you can also become what you really want to become.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are the things that I can say.
All right. So very, very good. What you have said is very, very powerful, and it applies to other costs too, because we've seen that from even other trades that people try to come and. I'm sorry. Let me close this thing. That people try to come and even learn from us. If you are not focused, you can easily be discouraged. If you want to learn something, you have to like put your mind that, okay, this thing, I really want to learn this thing. Because if you don't put your mind into it, you'll be distracted and you'll start something and you'll not finish it really. And And that's why sometimes you need like a community. You need like people that can encourage you, that can maybe tell you that okay, or that can be that you can be accountable to. Sometimes you might need that
Yeah.
to help you, so that they will be checking up on you and telling you that have you done your work? Have you done this? Have you done that? So it takes a lot of focus to learn any skill these days, and without that, it's very, very difficult to learn the skill. So let's go
Yeah.
to the business angle of welding. So how can someone turn welding into a profitable business? Is welding something profitable? Is it a business that if somebody wants to venture into it as maybe someone who is like a graduate, someone who just left school, somebody maybe studied civil engineering, is studying building tech, or someone like me who studied architecture and say, but I want to this welding thing. I think I want to really start a business in it. Is it something that you think is profitable?
Yes, I can boldly tell you it's very, very profitable. Yes. It's very,
Really?
very, yes, very, very profitable. You know?
Okay. Okay. So one can make millions with it, Abby. One can become a millionaire doing welding.
You can really, but it's going to take time. It's not in one day. Oh. Rome was not built in a day. Oh.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so that's just
Okay,
going to
but let
take
me let
time.
me ask a question. A funny question relating to that. Let me ask you a question. A typical um maybe a gate, a normal gate, standard gate, a
Yes,
standard gate. Who do gates along in their house gates and they use metal most time they do. Am I right? So I just want
yes,
to
yes,
ask a
yes.
simple question. I want to ask a simple question. On the average, I know it depends on the design and the dimension, all of that, but on the average, just for all of us to learn here on this call, how much will it take to do a standard gate? Like a standard, not something too basic, but something that is standard, a standard gate for a house that you just build. You just build a house in an estate and you want to do the gate. How much will it take? What will it cost me to do that on the average in Nigeria today?
Let's say,
Materials and workmanship that I will spend. Just give me a
uh,
range. Just give me a range.
uh, let's say 7, 8, 9, 1 million. 700,
Okay.
800, 900, 1 million.
Depending on the design.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. 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 So another question I would like to ask again, for somebody who is a welder that wants to do such a job, from that money, okay, this person is charging maybe like 1 million. Sorry, I'm asking this question. I want to know how profitable it is. That's why I'm asking this question. If somebody is
Okay.
charging like 1 million naira to make a
Yes.
gate, how much do you
Yes.
think? Please tell us the truth, though. Don't hide it from us. So we'll still come and
Okay.
patronize you. How much do
Yes,
you
yes.
think a welder will make from that gate project when he remove the money for materials for his own workmanship? How much do you think? A range? Just give me a range of price that the person will make from that 1M.
Uh, it depends.
Don't lie
You know.
to us. So
Wait. It depends. You know, some people. Yeah, some people are not. They are not truthful, and they are using it to do
yeah,
themselves. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Sometimes, if you follow relationship and you know that like as we are young guys, what we need now is relationship. You understand?
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it happens that you can collect 1 million job and say 50,000, but
Yes,
later you can use it to gain 10 million.
yes, yes, yes,
Eh,
yes,
but
yes,
sometimes some people they will collect work of 1 million, they will go and use
yes,
all these rubbish materials because they want to gain
yes.
500,000 out of one
Profit.
million. So,
Yes,
eh, but if anybody that is doing that is disturbing and destroying his own business and career unknowingly to him.
yes,
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
so that is that on that. But normal
So if the
normal
person
that if
uses
you do
quality
that one,
material, at least, yeah,
yeah. If you are using quality materials out of 1 million job,
one
and
M, yeah,
you can see 150, 100,000, 200 max.
200K, yeah, 200K. That's 20% margin. Okay, that's what I just want to have an idea of what I just want to have an idea, and I know that some of people listening to it to understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so what kind of welding jobs are currently in demand today in Nigeria today? The welding jobs, like I give an example of gate work. I know that there are other types of welding jobs too. There are furniture welding jobs. There are car park. There are different kinds. So, but I want you to just give us an example of the one that people patronize you more for. What kind of welding job are in demand more that people always need? I want you to give us examples of those kind of welding jobs that are always in demand today.
Okay. Like you have rightly said, any job that pertains to building construction,
Building
that
construction.
pertains to building,
Yes.
so in a house you do gates, you do burglary, you do step railings,
Yes.
you
Yes.
do hand
Stairs.
railings,
People are even building
uh
staircase this day with metal without
you do
they will do the
and
framework with welding.
then sometimes you even do the interior decor. You understand?
Yes.
So sometimes we
Yes.
do science too, we do center tables, you know, and
Yes.
a lot
Furniture
of things.
aspects.
Uh-huh. So anything that has to do with building, uh,
Mm. Mm.
something like that, they are the one that really fetches.
Yeah. 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 That's true, really. So the building. Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear
I'm
me.
with you. I'm with you.
Okay. Okay. So I think it's the building industry really. There is a whole lot of demand in the building
Yes,
industry when it comes to welding. Even though there are other
yes,
aspects of in building a house, you always need welding work to do that. I remember I used to work with a company that we do apart from building, work with a company that does signage that more advice. I saw on your profile that you've done project for more advice. I used to work with more advice too in the past.
yeah,
Yes. So yeah, yeah. We used to do pylon, what we call signage, those pylon that they will put in front
yes,
of a
yes,
building to advertise themselves. And the frame,
yes,
anytime we do that work, we used to have one man that do he will always do the framework. Before we do the finishing, he will come and do the frame. The
yes,
framework has to be is metal. The framework is welding.
yes,
Is
yes,
welding. So welding for me, I see welding is kind of similar to carpentry in the sense that most of the time when we do work in interiors, so in furniture and in building too, we use wood to do the framework. So there is
yes,
some work that you do that you also use metal to do the framework.
yes,
That's why
yes,
you
yes,
will
yes.
need a welder
It
for
is
work like
metal
that.
that carries some woodwork sometimes. So it
Yeah.
is
Yes. Okay, so okay, I think you've talked about this a bit, but maybe you can have more thing to say regarding this question. That how can welders price their work so that it can be very profitable? Yeah, how do you price your work? Do you say okay, percentage of materials you use, or will you say maybe the number of hours, number of days you use to work? What are the things that form the basis of your pricing when you are trying to price for a project, for a work? What so that profitable for you? What are the things that you consider when you are pricing your project?
um yeah, sometimes percentage works. Then number two, set a good standard. Set a good standard. So, you know, the fact that we are weather does not mean that we are roadside weather. Do you understand? So
Yeah, yeah,
the way you comport yourself, the way you package yourself, the way you upgrade yourself, determine how
yeah,
you are going to
yeah,
price and how you are going
yeah,
to make profit. That is what some
yeah,
people are looking for. Some
yeah,
people they are not interested in that you can do this or in mouth or this, but how you comport yourself. You understand?
yeah.
How you write your quotation and all this thing, then you know
Mm.
it will determine your pricing and your profit.
Okay, okay. So packaging, how you comport yourself, how you present yourself, can go a whole
Yes,
long way to affect your price and product. So I want to take it in terms of machines, in terms of tools, how is that affecting welding work? How is welding? Are we really taking advantage of that here in Nigeria? Are we really using a lot of automation to make work faster? So that what you are doing for, if for example you have a work that you have to do like maybe 100 tables, how are you people exploring the use of machines today in doing your welding work?
yes. It's technologies in that aspect is really helping us. You know, yeah, for example, you know, some years back. Even I have a welding machine that I can put in my pocket. You understand? So
That you can put in your pocket.
I can. Yes.
Really?
So, the day I came to your office, you can
I don't know whether it's from my
when
office. His
I
voice is
packaged all
breaking.
my tools, both welding. You saw it. Hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I said the day I came to your office,
Yes.
I packaged all my tools inside one small sack. Both welding machine,
Yeah.
both cutting machine, and everything was inside it. So it
Wow.
really all those technologies make our work faster,
Faster.
and like all these social media as well, help us a lot. That if you give me a work now, I may be at home and control online and get
Yeah.
things done easily and
Done.
faster. Mm.
Wow, 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 wow,
So
wow. So I
yeah.
don't know if anybody asked question because I'm already coming to the end of my question. I want to ask if anybody on this call, those of you that have stayed, I am sure that you are listening to our conversation. Maybe you have any question that you are curious about to ask our guests today. Joanne is here, Samuel is here, Wale is here, and Mensa. So if you have any question for our welder, please, I would like you guys to just ask him directly. Maybe there's something I'm missing out that you want to ask him before I ask my final questions. If you have any question, you can either drop a chat or you can unmute yourself if you want to ask him any question about welding that you think you would like to clarify about. Okay, while I wait for that, if there's okay, somebody wants to say something, John.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My question is this: for someone who probably just wants to start in the welding business, I know you've named a couple of the machines that we'll need to have, but can you give us in terms of like how much it might cost for you to just get the basic for you to be able to, kickstart the
Yeah.
welding business?
Yeah, like budget. I guess maybe you could give us like a budget that okay, if you have
Budget,
this
yeah,
amount,
yeah.
you
You'll
need
be
to
able to
get
get
all the
your basic.
safety, get basic things, and you can just start. Like how much should I budget for basic tools? I guess that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's say minus electricity.
Minus power,
Are you
no,
getting what
minus
I'm
generator.
saying? Minus generator, if you have 500,000, you are good to go.
Wow. Okay. So 500K for
Thank
all
you
your
very much.
tools. That's good. That's good. And if you guys need guidance regarding getting tools, you can always reach out to us. We always get out. We're even planning on an on-site course for those people who are in Lagos. On-site course on welding. That's why we're having this conversation because we are planning that based on the feedback we get from our community. If we see people are interested, we're going to have something on-site for, and we can also guide in purchasing of tools and all of that. Mr. Oseni is here, so he will help us with that. Then Samuel is asking a question. I want to ask about infusion of woodwork and welding. Okay, so I think Samuel is into woodwork, I guess. So he's trying to ask about how do you combine woodwork and welding to create products or to create furniture, to create things. What are the possibilities of combining woodwork and welding together? Is it something that, what are the possibilities of doing that? And is it something that you have tried out before? I don't know if you want to answer that question.
Yes, it's possible based on design and structure you want to make, So, for example, like let me say size 2, we know size 2, or let me say table. There are some tables that have metal legs that
Yeah.
it is going to be only the top that we have the wood. That is the way it was designed. So it depends on it's possible. It's possible, it's possible, and we have been doing a lot of that. I have one currently in my workshop that we are doing now.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's possible. Some that's possible. And there's a whole lot of welding and woodwork. They go down in hand, and if you can combine both together, you can have your own unique line of products. Really, yeah, of welding and maybe board work and all of that. So that's really something that one can combine and a whole lot to that. Any other question? Any other question? I don't know if so that's possible according to the question that Mr. Samuel asked. That's going to work out. So what advice will you give to anyone who wants to start a business in welding, or who wants to start learning welding, or who wants to build a career in welding? What advice will you give to anyone who wants to start doing welding, or they want to start learning welding to whatever they are doing, or add it as a business? You get, and because of the kind of people we have in our community, what advice do you have people that even want to start the business? Maybe in the long run, they might want to employ people that work with them or subcontract, but they want to be able to start the welding business and take jobs. Maybe they have some links in construction. Maybe they have people who are into real estate and they have some network there, and they want to be able to take project of maybe doing some massive welding jobs in the building construction work and be able to handle it. What advice will you give to such people?
My advice for them is for it to be profitable for them, they have to learn about it. They have to know about it. There is a difference between knowing about something and, or just have idea on something. You understand?
Yeah.
You have idea and you know about it. At least you know 80% about something you want to engage into. So it's very important. You need to know about it, so that nobody will be calling B for you as A. Nobody will be calling black for you as white. So you need to have knowledge. And this trade is trying to do for us, for those of us who are interested, you can please register. It's going to be helpful, and at the end, you are going to enjoy it. So, and then, those people, it requires determination and focus. You have to determine and be focused, even though you don't want to go into it as per se. Like I said, it's a kind of job that requires physical strength,
Strength.
and it requires some calculation. You have to use your brain. Sometimes I will not, headache will just be because I will be calculating and doing minus and plus, and but you need to be determined and focused, and God will help us. So that's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dario. Thank you for your time. I don't know if any other person has any question, but I think we've getting some one or two things about welding. We'll still be in touch with our community. Those of you that are still interested, to reach out to let us know if you really want to come on site to learn welding with Sadari. Let us know. We'll be very happy to have you on site and even take you to his workshop, do some drills and all of that. It's a big market for any trade. If you plan to do any trade and you are a bit you are learned, you know how to communicate and all that, it's going to be a very big advantage for you, because most of the people in the industry today are not really a majority of people are not really representing the trade very well. So we really want people who are learning to begin to have the understanding and begin to create some kind of innovation and make the trade kind of more interesting. So if it's something that you're open to, we are ready to guide. We've had Mr. Dare. We've been pursuing him for years to come and have this session with us. But he told us now that it's available, that if we have anybody who is interested in learning, it will be available for on-site to come physically to learn on-site. And you guys are going to learn a whole lot from him, really, because this is what he does for in the last more than 15 years now and all of that. So please, if you have somebody who is a young person, a young guy who just left high school, and you want them to start picking up something, or somebody who is planning to travel out soon, and maybe they're looking at doing a trade, you can recommend them to us, and we'll be willing to guide through and all of that. Yeah. So thank you everyone who joined this call. Thank you for standing by. It shows that you really value what we are sharing together. That's why you are on this call, and we appreciate your time. And I don't know if there's any other final question or thoughts from anyone on this call before I call it a day? This is being recorded, so we're going to like share it with anyone. Sharon, do you want to say something? Because I noticed you just unmuted yourself.
Yes, hi, good evening. Sorry, I'm just
Good
joining.
evening.
I'm
Fine.
just joining. Is it possible to just do like a quick re-up on like everything that was mentioned, please?
We're going to share a recording of this, so you're going to have it.
Okay.
The recording. We recorded this call and we'll share the link on across all platforms.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Wale Alade, thank you so much, Mr. Wale Alade, even though you didn't say anything, even we didn't hear your voice, but thank you for dropping that comment. So we look forward. So if there are any other things you want us to know, we are just at industry, we're just looking for a way to bridge the gap in diverse trades, see how we can bring people who are expert at what they are doing and let them come and share their knowledge with us, and let's learn, let's grow together, because we see a very, very big gap in most trades that we have in Nigeria today in terms of the medium to transfer knowledge, practical knowledge, not just, we have so many technical schools this day, but we're still having a lot of problem in trades. So it shows that there's a bit of gap, there's a bit of gap between those who are practicing and those who are learning. So, and that's what we're trying to do. So we look forward to holding more sessions like this. We're still having a conversation regarding tiling with one of our instructors to have a session on tiling and all of that. So just watch out for more sessions like this. Thank you so much for joining us. And like I said, we're going to like record this session. We've recorded this session and we'll share it with everyone. Have a great week, guys. Bye for now. I'm ending the call in less than 60 seconds.